Hey everybody, it's Janice with Creating Through Chaos. I'm going to start this project off using one of these little mini glass wee yogurt jars. And I'm just going to give this a couple of coats of white paint. So I first used a brush to put on the first coat and made sure that it was all even all the way around. And then once I had that all on and it was fully dry, I'm going to come back out and I used a sponge pouncer with some white paint on it. And I'm just going to pounce some more white paint on it. And I went all around the whole jar, right over the top of that other paint using this method. And it was a lot easier and it came out nicer for people who aren't really good at the brush painting. So this makes it a little bit faster. And it kind of got rid of the streaks that the brush was leaving for me. So I just continued to pounce all over the whole entire thing until I got it fully covered. And I did this 2 coats. Once I had that on there, I'm just going to take a black marker, and it's just a fine tip marker, and I'm going to draw a couple of teardrops for some snowman eyes. And just making sure that they're even. Then I'm going to take a thin paintbrush with some black paint and go right over those eyes that I just drew. I'm going to make sure that I get those covered really well, so that the marker doesn't bleed when I do any steps further. So I want to make sure that the lines are definitely covered with the black paint. And I'm going to get those all filled in, making sure again that they're even. And then I'm going to take another thin brush with some burnt orange paint, and I'm going to make his nose. Once I have that on, I'm just going to take a little bit of pink paint on a paintbrush and just dab on some cheeks. Making sure that they're even on either side and set apart as much as they needed to be. Then again, taking that thin marker, and I'm going to make a mouth. So I started off by doing little half circles on each of the pink parts and then connecting them with a line. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the paintbrush and some black paint, a very thin paintbrush, and I'm going to paint right over the line that we just made with the marker. And just go all the way across, making sure that that marker is covered up. Once I have that mouth all painted, I'm going to take another thin brush and some white paint, and I am going to do some lines on the eyes. So I did one thin line on either side of the eyes. And then I'm just going to take a stylus and do a white dot in the center of each eye. And you can just use the pencil end. It's totally up to you. And then now I'm going to take some more black paint and add some eyebrows. And then our snowman face is all done once I add the 2 little white dots to the cheeks. Now that everything is all dry, I'm going to use some enchanted shimmer and go right over the entire project. And this is just going to give some sparkle and also help seal some of the paint in. And I get this at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, and it's just a clear, like almost like a glitter paint. Once that was fully dry, now I can fill up the little cup. So I'm going to just take some greenery that I had on hand and fill up the top. So I'm just going to start adding the greenery in piece by piece, kind of arranging it how I want it. I messed with this thing for a good 10 minutes to get it how I wanted it to look, but that's just the way it goes when you're crafting. Once I had it all arranged how I wanted to, I decided to add a few white berries in. And I thought the berries were the perfect little touch. And again, just kind of messing with it. I couldn't really get it to all sit the way that I wanted it to. So once I had it all filled up, I'm just going to take a piece of red and white ticking, and I just kind of ripped it down into a strip, and then I'm just going to tie that off on the bottom and make a little scarf, and then cut off the excess. And that is it. This little guy is done. I think it turned out so super cute, and it was really easy, and I loved using the recycled jar. You could use any jars that you have on hand, maybe if you found one at Dollar Tree. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it inspires you to make one, and as always, don't forget to spread the chaos. And don't forget to like and subscribe.